Hi, I'm Lizzie Bloom and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be chatting about my top 5 inside vegetables you can grow in your house, in your apartment, in your flat. I really hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, remember to subscribe. Okay, let's get going. Okay, number 1, spinach. Spinach is a wonderful wee plant. It's really nutritious and it's super easy to grow. I've grown it both inside and outside, and in both areas it's completely flourished. So it takes about 40-45 days for it to reach harvesting potential, which means when it's ready for you to start harvesting to pluck off those leaves. A rule with spinach is harvest little but often, as is the rule with most cut and come again veggies like spinach. It really likes sunlight, so if possible, keep it by a south-facing window and just get as much sun as it can possibly have. And keep it nice and moist as well. Spinach hates drying out, and if it does dry out, it's just going to become this unrescuable mess when it just kind of wilts down. So watch out for that, keep it nice and moist. Another thing with spinach, and probably the most important, might be to watch for bolting. Now, what bolting is when when a plant bolts to seed. So it gets really tall rather fast and starts producing quite a lot of other wee spinach leaves, and it tries to spread its seeds out everywhere. It's kind of an emergency measure if it feels things are going a wee bit awry. So watch out for it getting really tall. If it does start to bolt, the thing to do is to try and rescue it. You can just do that quite easily with container gardening. You just kind of move the container into somewhere where it's got more light or less light, depending on what you think the problem is, or to give it some more water. So if it does start bolting with containers, you should be totally fine to fix that problem. Number 2 in the list, radishes. Radishes are lovely little things, and they're definitely the easiest thing to grow on this list. Before I started growing radishes, whenever I saw them in the supermarket, I would just walk on by, wasn't interested, and now I absolutely love them. They're lovely little things. I usually have them with butter and a whole bunch of salt, or if I'm feeling healthy, I'll throw them in a salad. Now, they don't take that long to reach full maturity, roughly 4-5 weeks, and then pluck them out and there you go, you've got a total harvest. Now, radishes, water-wise, you want to keep them nice and kind of damp-ish, and that's just to encourage the tubers to grow nice and tasty. And light-wise, roughly 6 hours a day, and they're completely set. So if you've only got 6 hours a day of kind of light in your flat, totally fine, you can grow a radish. I've got mine beside my window. They're getting a little bit more than 6 hours of sun a day, and they're really flourishing for it. They're really, really happy to be kept inside. Number 3, microgreens. Microgreens are kind of like the new kid in the scene, kind of indoor veg-wise, and they've totally taken off, and there's no wonder. Microgreens are easy, they're very fast to grow, they're nutritionally dense, and they're so tasty as well. They are fantastic. Pick your microgreen carefully. I've gone through a few microgreens, but I found that peas for me are my absolute favourite. I just think they're super duper tasty. Depending on your microgreen, kind of depends on how long it's going to take for them to come to maturity. They can take anything from 10-15 days, and yeah, just pick your right one carefully. My peas have been kicking up my kitchen table for roughly 14 days now, and they're happy and ready to harvest. Now, as I was saying, they're nutritionally dense. They really are. Microgreens have got everything in them. They've got minerals, vitamins, you name it, they've got it. How to treat microgreens is give them a whole bunch of sun and mist them. And make sure they're kind of nice and damp, but not too damp that you encourage any kind of growth, like any mold, anything like that. So just watch them and you'll be totally fine. Number 4, strawberries. Strawberries are only fruit in this list, and they're absolutely lovely, sunny wee things. I'm growing them both inside and outside this year, and honestly, I'm not noticing a difference. Both of them are just loving life. Strawberries are perennials and can last 4 to 5 years. Mine are 2 years old right now, and they're producing even more buds and even more strawberries than they did last year. One thing to remember with strawberries is they quite like their roots being a wee bit quite close together. They quite like being that little bit root bound. Sun-wise, just give them as much sun as you possibly can. They do flourish in that environment. And water-wise, don't allow them to dry out. But strawberries are really nice and easy, and they're well suited to be keeping inside. Fifth and finally, herbs. Herbs are super duper easy to grow and maintain. In fact, for some herbs, like mint, it's a bother to get them to stop growing. They're fantastic to grow inside during the summer times, and even going into winter if you live in somewhere that's kind of nice and hot, or if you're willing to invest in a wee grow light. Alright, there you go. My 5 favourite easy grow fruit and veg for inside flats or homes. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to like, subscribe and comment. And until next time, bye!